Alright, so welcome to the Canadian winter. We had some rain this morning and now it is snowing out here, so the weather is not the greatest. So what we're going to do today is we're going to put together a video for you guys. We thought that we would do a video on what's on my Android box. So this is something you guys have been asking, what do I have on my personal box? So we're going to get set up and we're going to do a little video today for you. Alright, everybody, so this is the what's on my box video. So this is where I'm going to go through my Android box and tell you guys what I have installed on my Android box and whether or not you might want to install it on your own. First off, I just wanted to start out by saying that I am running the Nvidia Shield 2017 edition. And the first thing I wanted to do for you guys here was just give you a little benchmark idea so that you can tell, because I know a lot of you are going to say, oh, you don't need the Nvidia Shield, it's overpowered, you just don't need it, it doesn't offer anything better than the regular Android boxes. But I just wanted to show you what the benchmark test results come out on this. So a lot of people like to benchmark their boxes, just to show you here. So this is the 232,305 score on the benchmark there. As we can see, the CPU processor is 49,512 on that. The graphics, which is what Nvidia is known for, so the graphics processing unit here offers up 139,196 of that total score. And then the memory you got down there, so it goes through everything. But you guys can run benchmarks on your own boxes to see how they compare to the Nvidia Shield if you want to do that. Or if you want to send me a message, I do keep a list of some of the benchmarks of other boxes I have worked with in the past. But just to let you know, this is probably about 5 times the score I've received on any of the other boxes out there. So Nvidia is really putting a lot of work into their Shield boxes. So now that we've got that out of the way, let's get into what's running on my box. Alright, so as you can see, we've got the lean back launcher here for the Nvidia Shield. This does come factory stock out of the box, so it doesn't take you anything to install it or anything like that. I do like the lean back launcher myself. A lot of people like to change it. You can change the launcher on the box. That's not an issue. So what I really like about the lean back launcher here is the recommended section at the top. Now, one downfall to this recommended section is that it doesn't pull videos based on things you've watched. What it just does is it posts the trending videos from the different sources and apps that you have installed on your box. But as you can see here, it pulls in some stuff from YouTube, it pulls in stuff from Switch, I've got some Bloomberg here, I've got the Nvidia Game GeForce store, it's pulling up for me there. So it does pull from all the different sources, and you're not just going to get bombarded with YouTube videos or one specific app. You can also see here that it does have the Spotify section at the top there, which will show you what you're currently running on your Spotify. So this is showing a list from a station that I was listening to yesterday. It's got the song up there for you. I'm not going to play any songs because, again, with copyright laws, we would get this video taken down quite quickly if we started playing any music that we don't own the rights to. So the next section you've got here is your apps section, and this is where you're going to find all the stuff that you have installed. Now, the Nvidia Shield lean back launcher has specific apps that will pop up automatically in this app section with their own icons. Sometimes you may install a sideload an app on here, and it won't pop up right away. So what you can do is there is a program that, if we just scroll over here, called TV App Repo. And if you have this app installed, what you can do is you can actually create your own icons for the app section that will pop up here for it. So if you don't want to create those, or if, say, that app doesn't work to create them, the other way to get to the apps that you have installed is to go into an app called Sideload Launcher. So when you go into Sideload Launcher, it's going to pull up everything that you have installed on your box, whether or not they have a lean back launcher icon for them. So as you can see in here, now I have added most of these to the lean back launcher, but there are just a few items, like for example the Sonic the Hedgehog game here. I don't have that on my main screen, but you can download and sideload these apps on here and still run them without any issues. So let's go back out and see what we have installed on the main app screen. So the first thing on here is Netflix, of course. You're going to have Netflix out of the factory box on the Nvidia Shield. This is great because Netflix has pulled away from Android. If you have a rooted box, you will have a hard time getting Netflix onto the box, but the Nvidia Shield doesn't come rooted out of the box, so you do get the most up-to-date Netflix on there. Of course, you're going to have Kodi. There are lots of legal sources for things you can watch in Kodi. It's not all negative. You hear a lot of people out there talking about the piracy issues behind Kodi. There are some legitimate sources. Of course, you are going to run into some piracy sources as well, but Kodi is definitely a must-have on the box. The next thing we have here is Haystack TV. Now, I really like Haystack TV. Haystack TV is a news app where you can actually go in and customize your own news feeds. So you can go in and you can tell it, I want sources from CBC News, I want sources from The National, I want sources from Fox. I don't want to hear sources about Trump. I don't want to hear sources about Kardashians, let's say. And it will customize your news feed with all the most recent videos that fit your criteria of what you've put in there. It also runs a little bit like, if you're in Canada here in Ontario, it runs a little bit like CP24, where it shows, you can have it set up to show the weather for your local weather in the bottom corner, as well as across the top what are the upcoming feeds, and then you can go full screen on the video, or you can keep it in quarter screen and just watch like that. The next one we have here, now this is definitely not a legal app, let's say. It is your piracy app. It is Terrarium TV. It is one of the better sources out there for stuff. I do recommend this over, say, your Kodi watching if you're going to be watching that kind of stuff. Again, just because I have it on my box doesn't mean I use it or recommend that you be doing piracy, but I do test out a lot of apps, and this has been one of the better apps out there. Now, again, I'm not going to get into the legalities of these sources. It's up to you whether or not you choose to do that. Then we have Mobdro. So Mobdro is a live TV app. It is great because, again, you can sort by news, you can sort by sports, you can sort by individual channels. It will run a majority of the channels that you'll find on there will either be US or UK channels, but you will find the odd Canadian channel on there as well. So if you are looking, you can use that as well. Again, this is not a cable subscribed item, so beware as you use it. The next one we have here now, of course, is YouTube. So YouTube is a great feature for any box out there. I do quite a bit of YouTube watching as well as posting to YouTube, as I've started to do in 2018 here. So again, you can go in, you can create your accounts, you can have your favorites favorited in there, so when we post a new video, you can get notified, go right in and watch it on your TV. The next one we have here is Twitch. So if you're a gamer like myself, I really like to do a lot of the gaming, but I also like to see what other people are gaming and how they're handling tactics in different games that I play. So Twitch is great for the gamers. It also offers up some other individual channels that people have added there. As you saw at the top here, it's pulled something called House of Hardcore, which is for the wrestling fans out there. Tommy Dreamer's Twitch streams, which he created this House of Hardcore Wrestling, and that's what he does on it. The next one we have here is Bloomberg. So if you're into the finance section, you like to watch their stocks, find out what's going on in the world of finance, you can add the Bloomberg TV app. There does have a small subscription component to it, so you can access both free and subscribed videos on it, which to me, when it says that it's by a specific provider, we all know the name Bloomberg, and they're offering a subscription, that this would be a more legal app to have on your box to be able to watch this the stuff that you would find on the Bloomberg Finance channel. The next one we have here is IGN. So if you're a gamer, you're going to find that IGN is one of the larger entities for gaming videos. You can go in here, you can watch reviews, you can watch trailers for upcoming games. It is a great source for that kind of stuff. The next one we have over here is Fox News. So Fox News channel, again, it will ask you for a subscription to a cable company, but it does offer some free content as well. Now, I have noticed that most of the options for the subscriptions are in the US, so it's up to you whether or not you want to just download this for the free content, or if you have a US cable subscription, again, you can try and connect that way. The next one we have here is the Amazon Video, which comes free if you have Amazon Prime. I do not recommend just getting Amazon Prime for the Amazon Video feature, as most of the videos in there are not necessarily the greatest. Very limited content to it, but if you have an Amazon Prime subscription for other reasons, the Amazon Video is a great added bonus feature to have. Next one we have here is aptoid TV. So aptoid TV is a kind of not a replacement, but an addition to the Google Play Store. And what it does is it offers you apps that are specifically made for Android boxes. So you can go into there and you can download an app, and instead of having the landscape view, you're going to get landscape view on your apps as opposed to the phone style view. Next one we have under here is Spotify. Now, I'm a big Spotify listener. I do enjoy going on here and listening to the Spotify channels, as well as creating my own lists to play on here. So you can add Spotify to your box, and if you have Spotify on your phone or on your tablet, you can control the Spotify on your box from your phone or tablet. Also, if you have a Google Home Mini, you can control your Spotify that way as well. Of course, it's going to have your basics, so you're going to have your photos and videos guide. So this is for stuff that you have, say, on an external hard drive, or that you have on a cloud source that you can access directly for your own content. Again, there's Google Play Store, which I'm sure if you're an Android box user or an Android phone user or a tablet user, you've used Google Play Store before. Explorer. So this is one that I really recommend to anybody that's got any type of Android device that has issues with ES Explorer. So ES Explorer is a file accessing program that you put on an Android device. And a lot of people have issues with it, especially with the Nvidia Shield. It does slow down your box. It does cause hiccups in the programming. So what I've done is I've uninstalled ES Explorer, which came factory on this box, and installed Explorer instead. Very good, does not slow down the box, and very worthwhile. Next one here we have is iHeartRadio. If you're a radio listener, again, this is another music one that you can listen to radio subscriptions, or you can go in and listen to specific radio stations. Very good, very helpful app to have. Again, you can put this on your tablet, your phone, you can put it on pretty much any Android device or iOS device and listen away. Next, we have the Plex. So the Plex is again, file sharing device. You use it with your homemade videos or your own videos that you have stored on a Plex server. Now, the Nvidia Shield box will also run as a Plex server, which is great if you have multiple boxes and you want to share content from one box to the other that you keep on, say, a portable hard drive connected to the Nvidia Shield. You also have your option for Google Play Games, which will allow you to download games, which will then show up in your games section on your Nvidia Shield. We have MX Player on here. It is one of my personal favorites for the external players that some of the other apps require. Again, it's up to you whether you want to use MX Player. There's other ones out there like Yes Player or VLC. Personally, I like the MX Player Pro, which is what I have installed on the box here. And then last in that line, again, is the N22, which is the benchmark program we showed you at the beginning there, and it will run your benchmark to tell you what your score is for your box. It's really best to rank boxes, I find, by a benchmark score, as it's very confusing when you start talking to people about RAM and flash and processor and chips. It's a lot easier to just say this box has a score of X on your when you're talking to somebody, and then that way they can compare boxes and say, okay, well, this box is a 20,000 scoring box, this box is a 200,000 scoring box. There's a wide range of them, so again, not all boxes are created equal. It's best, if you're going to be looking to purchase a box, that you know what the benchmark score of that box is ahead of time. Now, a lot of companies like, say, Amazon will not post those in their reviews or in their descriptions of their boxes. So if you know somebody or want to send us a message, we will try and give you a benchmark score if we know the benchmark score for individual boxes. But again, if you want to sign up and go to our Facebook page, our Twitter account, our Instagram, these are all different ways that you can message us to find these things out. The next section in the Nvidia Shield here is the game section. So as you can see, the first icon that pops up there, and I can tell it is a little off because of the color. It's harder to see in the camera, but it's a Nvidia Games section. So if you go into there, you can actually stream Nvidia Games directly from their servers onto your box. Again, there are some free games, there are some paid games, but you do require the Nvidia's monthly subscription to play those games. The next one we have here is for a little bit of the retro gamer in me. If you want to play some of the older style games, like, say, Original Mario or Centipede or Tetris or any of those old games that are no longer out in circulation, you can download this. It's called RetroArch. It's a great emulator for the older style games. A game that I do have downloaded here, again, this is just a regular Android game. You can actually play it on your phone or your tablet, is Dead Effect 2. I was a big fan of the Dead Effect 1. When Dead Effect 2 came out, I was all over jumping on top of that one. Playing it on the Nvidia Shield definitely does have a better feel to me. I am a console person as opposed to a mobile gamer. I do my fair share of mobile gaming as well, but again, I like the console. I like the idea of having a controller in my hand, and it works very well with the controller that comes with the Nvidia Shield. Again, if you're going to buy a Nvidia Shield, you're going to want to do some gaming with it. You're going to want to grab the one with the controller. We have Pac-Man here, which this is an interesting take on the original Pac-Man game. This is Pac-Man 256. Pac-Man 256 actually plays on a 3D plane as opposed to... Oh, I am shaking the camera here. Sorry, I do apologize for the camera shake. I did not mean to hit the camera. But anyways, back to this. Pac-Man 256 plays on a 3D plane where it looks more like you are moving on an angle through the maze, and you have to stay ahead of the glitch, which is destroying the game behind you as you play. So it's really cool because it does force you to not go back on your steps where you have gone before, because that stuff will drop away as you go. The next one we have here is Retro City Rampage DX. Now, I am a big fan of this game. I absolutely loved it. I missed out on the hard copy for the PS4. I was really hoping if anybody has any links to send that to me, I would be interested in getting one of those copies for the PS4. Again, big gamer, PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, Nvidia Shield. I'll game on just about anything. So if you do run across that and you want to, say, send it to me as a gift, we can absolutely do that. So, and then of course you've got your settings bar here. So you've got in your settings, you've got your network settings, you've got your accessories, you've got your OK Google. Now, I have the OK Google disabled on my box. The reason for that is that it was getting pretty annoying when it would start picking up things in commercials or YouTube videos that I was watching when it would say that. And we wouldn't all of a sudden have it kick me out of a video because it is saying it is going through the actions. Now, just because you've disabled it, on the remote control there is a microphone button. If you press that and then speak into it, it will do the same as the OK Google feature. It just doesn't automatically listen to you all the time. If you were to turn this on, it would listen to you whenever you wanted it to. All you'd have to do is wake it up saying the OK Google feature. But without it on, if you just press the middle button and start talking normally, you don't even have to say OK Google. it will just start searching for you, which is pretty cool. You can search for just about anything. I really do like the Google Assistant. Again, I'm a Google Home Mini person, so it is great to be able to work those two items together. Now, again, in response to the Google Home Mini, don't forget that we are giving one away for the month of January here. So go ahead, subscribe to the channel, go ahead to our Facebook page, find out other ways that you can get ballots for the entry. We've got our Twitter account, we've got our Instagram account. Again, subscribing to the YouTube channel, hit that like button, pass it on to your friends and family. We want to get the likes up on this page. That'll be great if we can get to 1,000, but at this point, I'll be happy with everything that we get. So we're going to be giving this away for the month of January. That's the Google Home Mini, not the Android Nvidia Shield. The Google Home Mini we are giving away. And like I was saying, it does work in conjunction with the Nvidia Shield. So again, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you had a great day. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment in below or send us a message. We look forward to talking with you. Have a great day, and thanks for watching.